So I'm about to go on my birthday trip to Miami, and I got the most insane deal for a cruise. It's a really short cruise. It's through Margaritaville. There are a lot of mixed reviews on this, so I'm gonna read it for myself and kind of give everybody the breakdown on whether it's worth it for the price. The price for the most basic room is about $300. There weren't any real issues with the room. It was small, the shower was small, but I think that's kind of what's to be expected. And most of those fees are port fees and taxes. Even if it's just a 2-night cruise, that is crazy cheap. There are a few things I noticed that are kind of in the fine print before you go. You'll see that there's a required gratuity. The gratuities are $16 per person per night if you're in a basic room and $20 per person per night if you're in a suite. Whether you go to the bar, spa, salon, anything like that, just know it's automatically an 18% gratuity. There's also a fuel supplement charge of $12 per person per day as well. There's excursions you can do as well as food upgrades, so I upgraded the steakhouse as well as the brunch in the morning. This is an incredibly affordable trip, just doing it because I'm so curious. It's my first cruise. General thoughts so far, literally everything is extra. Even soda is like $4. There's only a 220 volt plug in the room, even though you can plug in your USB. Also, our waters in the room did not have a sign saying that it cost money. I guess I should have known better. However, the wine next to it did have a price, so I figured, well, these don't have a price, it must be free. It was not. They're $5 a bottle. That felt incredibly deceptive to me, and I don't appreciate these hidden deceptive fees. It's nice that there's a fridge in the room and the AC works. As soon as I got on the cruise, I wanted to take a look around, and I started on the deck where there's a bar, 2 pools, the spa, and the gym. Not really sure how I feel about the pools though. They're really, really tiny, and I'm not sure how many people are gonna be aboard this thing, so there's that too. The gym was actually surprisingly pretty nice. It was a lot more than I expected. There was a good amount of machines, treadmills, bikes, as well as dumbbells. Not long after we set sail, there was a fun little how to make a margarita performance with free drinks if you wanted to interact, and the things people did for a free drink was pretty hilarious. I went to the casino level, and on the way there I saw this little game to win cash, and I gave it a try. It's only $1 per play. I wasn't even close, but it is a pretty fun game. The casino is pretty small if you like to gamble, but I don't. On another floor there's also a small arcade, and they have a lounge where they had live music performances a lot of the time. I would give the buffet food a solid 4 out of 10. You know, most of the main hot bar food was not that appetizing. The only really good part about the buffet for me was the pasta bar. That was pretty decent. Honestly, at first I was so disappointed by the food options, but the pasta bar looks pretty good and it smells pretty good actually. It's not bad. This is the fish with salsa. Very just okay. This chicken looks like it's been sitting in a pan for like hours on end. But it tastes like it's been sitting in a pan for hours on end. If you come to the buffet, definitely get the pasta bar. I think it's the most worth it here. The massage was $159 for 15 minutes. It's a deep tissue massage. You know what? It's my birthday. I really need it. My whole body hurts, so. For the steak dinner, you get a nice view of the water and you can see the sunset throughout your dinner. It's pretty nice. I started with a beef tartare and it was actually surprisingly good, and I did not expect that. I also tried the shrimp cocktail, which I normally don't like, but I actually enjoyed here. My order was a ribeye with a $20 lobster upgrade, and then somebody else in my party got the $20 grilled shrimp upgrade. They cut the lobster out of the shell for you at the table, and then the ribeye was a little undercooked, especially in some parts where the steak was a little bit thicker, but the seasoning was good. I was not at all impressed by the mashed potatoes or broccolini, and the mashed potatoes were so flavorless and the broccolini was so greasy. The grilled shrimp literally tasted like the shrimp cocktail was warmed up in a microwave, but the lobster was really good. They give you dessert with dinner as well, and I love tres leches, so I got that for dessert, but it tasted like straight up tequila. It was literally awful. Afterwards, they came out and sang me happy birthday and gave me this plain Jane happy birthday cake, but it was really cute. The clear winner here for dessert was definitely the chocolate cake. It wasn't too sweet, and it was really good. We're here at breakfast super early before our pig swimming excursion. I'm super excited for it. I've always wanted to do it. They let you choose a pastry first. They have a different variety of pastries. I don't think anybody could beat a Costco muffin, but that is a pretty solid muffin. I got an omelet and it comes with toast and potatoes. You get to enjoy this breakfast with a view of the Bahamas as you guys get close to docking. The omelet was decent, nothing special, and the potatoes were just straight up not good. I doubt this breakfast is worth the upgrade. Now for the swimming with the pigs excursion. This may not be what you're expecting. For me, swimming with the pigs in the Bahamas is at Pig Beach in Exuma. And I was like, how is it possible to get to Exuma in one day from Grand Bahama Island? And I guess I should have known better. They take you to a private beach called Crystal Beach, and then they have pigs in a pen that they then let out into the water. And yes, they are animals. They will poop in the water as you feed them, but it's still a fun experience. You get to hold the little piglets. However, they're not the wild pigs that I was expecting, which is a little bit unfortunate. After you play with the pigs, you pretty much just hang out at the beach. You can pay a little extra to kayak, and that's pretty much it. The food is just okay, and it's incredibly expensive. If you want a coconut to enjoy on the beach, it costs $15, which is absolutely insane to me.
Just like little pieces of calamari.
They had a variety of local beers to try, and a lot of them are fruity, so the alcohol content is really low, and it's basically juice, so I tried it and it was good. The island itself has a lot of greenery and is pretty beautiful, but you don't really get to see much of it other than the beach and the drive. Finn's Dining is another one of the included options. It's a restaurant instead of just the buffet. It was not bad. Will I say it was great? Absolutely not, but I would still say it's a lot better than the buffet. The other people in my party got the molten chocolate brownie, and it really tasted like a cosmic brownie. The gumbo was, I don't even think you could call it gumbo. The flavor wasn't necessarily horrible, but it wasn't gumbo. I'm not really sure what to call it. The salmon and the Tuscan mac and cheese were honestly not too bad. The Tuscan mac and cheese actually took me by surprise because it was actually pretty decent. I found out during tonight's dinner that tea is actually included, so that's kind of a hot tip. I had key lime cake for dessert, and it was actually pretty good. It tasted kind of like cheesecake. Another one of the paid options that I tried was the pizzeria, and it was not too expensive, and it was pretty good. You get a pretty decent sized pizza for $14. Right next to that is an again not included coffee shop, and they have alcoholic ice cream. I did find myself a little bit bored on the ship, but I did do this bingo. You can either win cash or a free cruise. If you do one thing on the cruise, I definitely recommend you check out this Radio Margaritaville show. It was really entertaining, and the singers were really good. Overall, for my first cruise, I would say not bad. However, I have seen many videos of other cruises that make it seem a lot better. So obviously, they make money from their beverages, and the beverages are very expensive there, as are the massages, but I think that's pretty normal on most cruises. Sodas were about $4. Alcoholic drinks were about $15. There's an all-inclusive beverage package, but I don't drink alcohol, and I don't drink that much soda, so it wasn't really worth it for me. The best part, to be fair, were the paid options. The steakhouse was actually pretty good. It definitely exceeded my expectations, but I did come in with very low expectations. Some things that were a little annoying were the 18% gratuity that's included on everything, on top of gratuity that they charge to your room per day, per person. So it just feels like you're paying so much tip. And then if they come and do room service, I didn't see this posted anywhere. It was a $5 something charge. It's not a lot of money, but I don't really like feeling tricked or anything like that. My excursion cost me $108. All in all, I spent $170. The deep tissue massage was $159. I did have a $100 spa credit, so it was $59, but 18% gratuity on $159, so it was around $80. Just out of curiosity, I looked up how much the same thing would cost me on another cruise line. So the base fare of the cruise itself, and I think it does include more dining options than this one did, but with Carnival, the same thing is $780. And that's not including anything else extra I would have spent. As long as you go in with the right expectations of what you're getting for your money, I think you'll enjoy it. But if you're expecting something luxurious and amazing for the money that you paid, that's where you'll feel really disappointed. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Margaritaville cruise. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see next.